Hey, Kira's here. I was thinking about something, and it's to do with a video I watched recently about the meteor Elaine. I think it was Elaine. Anyway, it was a big doomsday meteor that was supposed to happen, but it went around the sun and it broke up and it's going to the outer atmosphere, and now everyone's like, okay, look, the doomsday thing is a big hoax. Well, now that's right, and that's completely wrong thinking. Because the problem is that correct science is right that this was a fake incident that went around and did not cause these problems that these conspiracy theorists are latching onto. But the real fault is not with the conspiracy theorists in the amount of alarm they take, but in the direction that they take it. And it is also the fault of the disclaimer for not proving the real science behind it to these people who should be concerned, or their fault for not grasping the real science behind it, which is often difficult to conceptualize on a mass social scale. I mean, how can we socially ratify the potential threat of an impact event when we're more worried about daily things like war, food, famine, social issues, sexual concepts, and the whole gamut of political spectrum of issues that we deal with globally and locally in our daily lives, and how it's handled in our governments. Well, the problem is that that's exactly what we need to do, and it's just not happening. So from a simple Wikipedia lookup on impact events, you can see that a meteor that causes the impact concussion force of the same caliber as this bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki happens every day. I believe it said every day. In any case, most of this is unnoticed because it falls high in the atmosphere or at unlocated places where it goes unnoticed. But if in our current social situation, geopolitical reality that we live in, a meteor hit with enough force to trigger, say, a nuclear war, a famine, a economic collapse, or just even social fear and a panic that could cause social upheavals, then we have to consider these dangers as realistic as anything we produce from ourselves or from ourselves affecting the planet, such as famine, war, and pestilence, and so on. So, you have to ask yourself, the next time you hear the extinction level event, or someone naysaying an extinction level event, that's used as energy that should be that is being misspent, while both halves are not reaching the whole that is required to do what is truly necessary. And that is to put more energy and resources into the prevention of naturalistic dangers such as meteor collisions. We need to harden our infrastructures, and we need to harden our political stability of our world, however that would work and whatever that would entail. Because if an unknown meteor who being detected by mostly amateur astronomers, and hardly anyone from government funding, slips into the wrong place at the wrong time, well, that's an element of a war game scenario that we don't want to see. And that's the problem. And that's the kind of futurist solution we need to consider in these problems. Because why Elaine, or whatever that stupid thing was called, number 2019, I think, went whizzing towards us and shot away after breaking up too close to the sun, is danger not from a conspiracy theory, but from the very real reality that could entail something like that, is very definitely a danger. And these are the things that we need to work on to prevent that kind of danger from materializing. Not from the event itself, but more or less from our reaction to it. And our ability, either as a species or as a civilization, to survive it. That's what I'm saying.